Hey, hello, hello, hi everyone. How you doing? Um, my name is Michael Tomlinson. I am an American tutor. Uh, Today is May 12th, 2023. Move along. It's cloudy, kind of rainy out there today. I was out and about, but it feels nice because it's that spring, summer kind of rain. It's not that cold winter rain, so um, smells good, looks good, and and it's not cold. It's just rain at this pretty decent temperature. So it's a nice day. Um, Golly, there's so much stuff going on in America right now. It's like, how do you even separate all those issues? And but at, and the thing I will mention, yeah, sometimes I will reflect on things I've seen, like other like YouTube influencers sometimes, and their perspective on what they're saying or doing. And one guy I heard talking today um, was talking about immigration, right? The border and all that, just whatever's going on, that mess, that chaos. But he wasn't particularly talking about that, but he was comparing the southern border to someone else that was living like in the Midwest from Australia that it was here illegally too, and for like 13 years he was married with kids probably, and just under the system, man. He was like full on, like looked like an American, working a job, paying taxes, you know, and I don't know what kind of got him to get caught. What he would do to have them do that kind of background check, to see, and then ask him like, "Hey, what's up, dude? You were supposed to go back to Australia, like 15 years ago, and you never went back." He'd be like, "Yeah, I know. Met a girl, decided to stay here. Who wants to go back to Australia to the outbox?" Um, and so that's, and I've talked about that in a past video about fair is fair. Um, and it was interesting to see these two individuals, their reaction to that situation and comparing it. And I understand that part too, because I know in that other video, so fair, I said the only real difference is status. It's like, and then the whole likability, like, the guy's obviously Australian, he looks white, so people are out to be more helpful and help him just live his life as an American, even though he's not really, like, he could be like, if you want to say equal is equal, fair is fair, like, treat everyone the same kind of thing, then that's the comparison. I feel bad, but I do feel bad for that guy. Who wants to, that would be lame. That would be tough, to be already in America for that long and married and maybe bought a home and, like I said, I'm not sure if he had kids or not, but I wouldn't doubt it, and then, you know, tax-paying good guy, good man, so that's sad. That's sad that we have to kick him out or ship him back or whatever it is, and so there's good people that we are finding and importing or have sending them back to the country, and then there's situations where there's questionable people too. Not that everyone's questionable, but you just never know. You never know. And I don't want to talk about this thing too much longer. It's a subject I've covered and probably will be covering forever. Because it's just that kind of stuff. That America changing and social status, social discrimination. There's just breaking up and dividing Americans. So, the more that kind of stuff, different things happen like that, the more other people just want to unite and group off on their own. Because it's just a threatening, fearful thing of what's going on over here. Even though it probably isn't that threatful or that fearful, but it's easy to to make that message happen. Like I said, these hate messages spread a lot faster than my love messages. No one wants to hear about love, or uniting. Everyone wants to talk about like what it is to be divided. And that's what we're talking about right now, what it is to be divided. And we shouldn't be talking about that, because that talking about fear or being threatened. We're American. We shouldn't feel fearful or threatened about social change. We should be able to just still go through our life and not have to think like, or be fed information to make us think we're being taken over. It's a lot of that information could be false. It could be, just manipulated in its own way. So be careful with the media too, and that kind of change, of how the message gets spread, and then it goes from one person to another to another to another, and just the story gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And the fear steps in, and and feeling, and the fear is by just an unknown. It's just an unknown being threatened. Feel threatened, because I don't know, and so the fear comes in, the fear factor, and that takes over, and that's where the hate and discrimination and all that kind of other harmful thinking and acting out on, come into play. Being an American too, I'm not going to argue about these dynamics of the changes of the levels of what we're doing with people in America in that sense, with immigration. But as American tears, no matter what's going on, we got to look at the fear and the threat and set that aside. We just understand that it is there, but we got to be able to set that part of ourselves to push that aside so we can jump into the problem and start to formulate real solutions. Because if we're too fearful about engaging or feel threatened because we add fear, I'm messing those two words up, but if we feel threatened, we're going to be fearful. Oh dear, I'm even myself, and which causes us to react, and we, so we got take that higher road to disengage that fear factor and not feel so threatened, and to start looking at real solutions that are not bias or social discrimination, but they're just real solutions. I always think about, like, and I was talking about other solutions, it's like, what do Americans really, really want? What do we want? That's a good place to start. But power to the people. Let them speak. Let's hear what they have to say. That's America. Those are Americans. No matter what their opinion or where they're coming from, it all plays into the melting pot. It all plays into connecting the dots. And it takes a neutral equalizer like us, like American Cheers, to kind of make that happen, to bring it all together and create solutions that are very proactive, that are a little bit of both, like on whatever. It's not taking sides, but just something that just works. And some people may not like it. A lot of people will probably love it, and but eventually it's a healthy change for everyone. And that's all that really matters. It's a healthy change for all Americans. It's not taken from Americans. It's providing for Americans and for everyone, not just the rich, not just the poor, not just certain cultures, of groups of dividing America right now, because that's just not America. America is being united together, bringing all that together, and communicating in the right way, asking the right questions, being open-minded to different answers and perspectives. There's a lot of social change that's got to happen, because we're hating on each other and we're hurting each other. And where's that coming from? What happened to helping each other, or just helping someone that's totally different from you? That's it doesn't really happen that much or that often. Yeah, so being united is the best way to go. I keep saying that. And being divided is just what it is. What it is. It's just going to keep things from being united, and that way we can't grow as a country or as the people, as one voice, the power of the people. We can do this. It's our country. Let's embrace, the American Cheer ideology, or whatever it is, that the concept, to move in that direction, to help connect things, finish that puzzle, to have a voice instead of creating more chaos. We can do a lot of great things. Like I said, we can save America. If you're like me and you think the system is corrupt or broken or dysfunctional, then you're like me. And do we have to tear it down and burn it down to fix it? No. We can just jump right in at any given point in time. We don't have, there are no cues in a movement like this. There is no waiting for permission. It's just taking action, and then taking more action, and and there, it just goes on and on and on, and if it's done right, it can have fun doing it, and so it won't even feel like action or feel like any kind of work. It would just feel like just us just living our life, a lifestyle in its own way. That's American Cheer. That's living by principles, and values and morals, and that's being a free thinker. And that's knowing how to be responsible and accountable. Are you with me? I mean, we are the champions. We are united. We are in this together. And together we can change it. Boom, boom. So let's do it. Let's do it today. Thank you for hearing me out. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Peace, love, and we'll talk later.